Bonjour everyone, thank you so much for joining me today for the Teen Tiny Autumn Hop, and today I'm going to be making a surprise shaker card. So here are the bits and pieces I'm going to be using. I'm going to be using the Hello Bluebird birch tree dies, the My Favourite Things interactive stamps, the My Favourite Things surprise slider die. I'm going to be using the leaves from the Hello Bluebird tree background and the Slimline Tree Neighbours die. I'm going to be using some critters from the Tree Neighbours and Autumn Wreath stamps. I'm going to be stamping on Nina Classic Crest Solar White cardstock. I'm not actually using soft suede in the end, but I will be using Bumblebee and Pumpkin Pie and Cinnamon Cider cardstock from Stampin' Up. So I've just run the surprise slider die through my die cutting machine, and I've got craft card base, and my cats will be making multiple appearances today. That's Inara just passing through. So I've got the pull stamp from the MFT Interactive Stamps, and I'm just stamping that in the middle of the white slider pullout. And now that that's all done, I need to attach the slider pullout to the slider main element. So I'm using double-sided sticky tape from Sticks 2. And I'm really sorry I'm out of frame. I tried to zoom in so that you could see better, and I'm just using my pokey tool to remove the backing. And I'm lining it up so that the white pull tab is kind of equidistant either side of the little cutout. So now I'm just reinforcing the folds with my bone folder. And because we're going to be putting a shaker element behind this pull tab, I just need to build it up with a couple of layers of cinnamon cider strips. They don't have to be any particular size, just use little strips. A bit like if you've ever seen Jennifer Maguire, she puts cardstock strips on the back of her sentiment strips to build them up rather than using foam dimensionals. So you just want to be adhering several strips. I've adhered 2. It may even be better with 3. This is a very bulky card. I'm going to put that one out there right now. But so this just builds up the slider element from what will be the acetate. So I decided that the cinnamon cider slider element was a bit too plain, a bit late because I've already attached the slider element. So I'm using my Tim Holtz mica sprays. I cannot stay away from them. So in order to mix up the mica, you have to shake them like a bell. If you shake them up and down, you can end up with all of the spray coming up into the nozzle. I would not recommend that. So the colours that I used were Peppermint Stick, Jack-o'-lantern and Crooked Broomstick. And I let that completely dry before I continued. Some of the Peppermint Stick was applied a bit too thick, and so kind of it was coming off even though it was dry. So I've just wiped that off the back. So to attach the acetate, I've got double-sided sticky tape on the back of my slider element, those little built-up edges. So that's for attaching later. This is the piece of acetate that I'm going to be using for my shaker element. So I'm just attaching some doubled up foam tape. This is Arteza foam tape, and I've just doubled it up. So I pulled out a strip and then stuck it to itself. And I had to make sure that I cut that in half because otherwise it would have shown through the slider element. So I just made sure that it was definitely thin enough. And I'm just adding some shaker bits, so I will die cut some leaves off screen, and I'll also add some little seed beads and things for the shaker. And I'm just using my stamping platform to help me line up the the acetate with the card base. So I double checked and made sure that I was definitely adding the thicker piece of foam tape to the bottom of the card. So I've made sure that my card is the right way around. As I said, today is a YouTube hop. So this is Team Tiny. Team Tiny are a Facebook group, and we all have less than 1,000 followers. And the theme of this hop this month is autumn. There is no giveaway on this hop, so just be aware. Oh, Inara's come in to help me with my shaker element. She's probably going to sit on it in a minute. And sorry, back to the card. I'm now going to adhere my slider surprise over the top of the shaker element. And then that will be the base of the card pretty much done. So in order to help me line this up, I've just peeled away a little bit of the double-sided sticky tape so that I can try and line this up as best as I can. It's a little bit crooked in the end, but not so much that you would notice. And then just peeling away my liner tape. So as I said, all of the members of Team Tiny have less than 1,000 subscribers. So we're all trying to build our channels, trying to get to that 1,000 subscribers threshold so that we can graduate from Team Tiny. But it does mean that because we have less than 1,000 subscribers, all of our videos will be ad-free. So everyone participating in this hop, do hop along, follow the hashtag Team Tiny Autumn Hop. All of the participants, there will be roughly 15 of us, I think. The videos will be less than 15 minutes, so kind of it's not going to take too long to hop through all 15 YouTubers. And do comment and subscribe on all of the videos and give them thumbs up if you really like them. This lets us know that we're creating content that you're interested in, and it also helps YouTube to promote our content to other users who may be interested. And back to the card, I'm just adhering the birch tree die cuts, so I triple cut all of these because they're going to be sticking up when you pull the pull tab. They need to be quite robust, so I die cut each tree 3 times and then stuck them on just to that particular section so that they can still pop up. So they're nice and thick, and I've just cut off the tops, and the one in the middle I've cut off a little bit more so that you can still read the pull tab pull section. So I've done all of those bits for the base, so the base of the card is now pretty much done. So now I'm going to go back to my little Hello Bluebird critters from the Tree Neighbours stamp set and the Autumn Wreath stamp set. So I want this to be a thank you card, and I found in the Autumn Wreath there's this little bird that's giving somebody a nut. And in the Tree Neighbours, there's this adorable little squirrel that's kind of holding out his paw as if he's accepting a gift. And in the Tree Neighbours, there's also that little thank you speech bubble. So I didn't want to stamp anything in black today because I thought that black was going to be a bit too harsh, and considering everything else is kind of autumnal colours, I decided that I really wanted to use the Spectrum Noir Finesse ink in brown. So all of these are in brown. And I have Spectrum Noir alcohol markers. I know that quite a lot of people have Copics, and some people have Ohuhu markers and all sorts of things. So these are just my alcohol markers. I'm sure that in your alcohol marker collection you will be able to find something kind of a similar colour. So the way that I'm colouring these two is here in the UK we have red squirrels. They're quite rare, but we do have them. And when I looked at this little bird, I thought it looked very like a robin. So my mum has robins in her garden, and they love helping her the second she does any gardening because they're hoping to get all of the worms and things that she digs up whilst she's digging. So robins are a mainstay in British gardens. So I'm just colouring this little squirrel now with the burnt orange Spectrum Noir tri-blends. Oh god, I can't speak today. Spectrum Noir Burnt Orange tri-blends. These markers are brilliant because they come as a set of 3. So if you want to do a 3-colour blend, boom, you're done. So this is the burnt orange. And then I'm going to go back to my little robin. So the European robin is kind of dark brown on the body, pale face, mostly pale chest, and then they have this wonderful bright red tummy. And they're rather aggressive, actually. They're extremely territorial, and they will try and kill any other robin that happens to wander into their territory. So whilst they are uber cute, you don't want to be another robin in a robin's territory, because they will fight to the death. They are very, very territorial and aggressive. So for the robin's main colours, I'm using the earth brown, so EB3, EB5 and EB7. DR5 for his little tiny little red tummy. Because his wing is in front of his tummy, you don't see very much of it. And just use the darkest of the burnt orange for his little beak. And now I'm colouring in the little acorn using the TN markers, so TN4, TN5 and TN6 for the little acorn. And that's pretty much my colouring done. So there are coordinating dies that come with these stamp sets. So I've cut the dies out with the coordinating dies. Now, because the birch trees I cut out 3 times and stacked them, they are quite thick. So I couldn't just stick the robin straight to the background. So I've got some more of the doubled up foam tape. And I'm just sticking some doubled up foam tape behind my robin. And there he is, giving the acorn to the little squirrel. So because the squirrel is quite big, I don't need to use foam tape for him. I can just stick him on the birch trees. My glue got a bit blocked, so I squeezed a bit too hard and I ended up with loads of glue. So I'm just applying glue to the back of the speech bubble with the thank you, and the back of the squirrel just to the nose and the tail. And that is my thank you card done. Please let me know in the comments below what you think. I think it's adorable with all the little autumn leaves in the surprise shaker section in the bottom. And I love these birch tree dies as well. They're fabulous. Really setting an autumnal scene. So thank you so much for sticking with me till the end. Please do follow along the hop. It's Team Tiny Autumn Hop, the hashtag, so follow the hashtag. And if you haven't already, please think about subscribing to my channel. Please give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you back on my channel again soon. Bye!